So welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, so Emily, if you're speaking, I think she might have gone over already. So, let's see thank you for in.
Oh,
All
okay,
right,
there you
let's
go.
try that one more time. Okay.
Okay, entonces un poco problema técnico. Okay, and so everyone, we're gonna turn on the interpreting function in just a moment, and you will all need to go to the bottom of your Zoom screen and there choose the globe that says interpretation. Pressing there, you're gonna have an option to choose English or Spanish. Even if you are listening in English and you can hear me now, you're going to need to choose English because that will allow you the benefit of hearing comments and questions made by Spanish speakers when they have the opportunity to do so at the end of the presentation. So please choose a language. En un momentico vamos a encender la función de interpretación y cuando lo hacemos va a haber un icono de un globo en la parte inferior de su ventana de Zoom. Presionando sobre el icono puede escoger o inglés o español, pero tiene que escoger uno de los idiomas para escuchar la presentación. El globo se va a ver después que se enciende la presentación. Y si se está conectando con móvil, va a empujar los 3 puntitos y de ahí va a haber esa misma conexión con la función de interpretación. Muchas gracias. Okay, we're all set.
Okay, so we've gone through both the mobile version and the desktop version in both English and Spanish, correct?
Yep, interpretation has
All right.
now been turned on, so everyone
Awesome
can
sauce. All
their
right. So I'm
language
going to
now.
go ahead. Thank you so much, Brooklyn. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for your patience. Thank you, Miss Emily, for doing our interpretation for us today. So today's Child Care Business webinar is all about creating an effective sales and marketing plan. So in this presentation, we will learn how to develop a successful marketing plan that you can use to promote your business. So hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Create an Effective Sales and Marketing Plan. My name is Marlene Toby. For those of you who do not know me, I'm a senior associate with Civitas Strategies, and I will be your facilitator for this presentation. Now, allow me to give a little bit of background on our work and nationwide reach here supporting childcare business owners. So Civitas Strategies is a leading niche national, gotta get that word out, a leading national management consulting firm dedicated to revitalizing forgotten businesses and supporting the stabilization of industries in need across the nation. So our primary focus is on providing business coaching and training at scale, and empowering small enterprises or entrepreneurs with those tools and knowledge that they need to thrive. So we have made significant difference in the lives of millions of families and children across the nation. And we are very excited to bring our expertise in the childcare business model and our actionable resources and live training to the Georgia communities. Right. So a little disclaimer before we begin. The information contained here has been presented by Civitas Strategies and is not intended to constitute legal, tax, or financial advice. The Civitas Strategies team has used reasonable efforts in collecting, preparing, and providing this information, but does not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, adequacy, or currency. Publication and distribution of this information is not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute an attorney-client or any other advisory relationship. Reproduction of this information is expressly prohibited. Only non-commercial uses of this work are permitted. So in this presentation, we will explore what marketing is and why it's important. We'll review the steps to creating an effective marketing plan for your childcare business and discuss several types of marketing approaches to help to ensure your success. We'll also talk about resources that you can access for additional help. So one of the keys to success of your childcare business is to have a well-developed marketing plan. Marketing plays a significant role in growing your current business, and it can help ensure future success and positive reputation within your community. So let's start here. Oh, I have it. Thank you. Let's start here with a definition of what marketing is. Marketing is the activity of promoting what your business's products or services are, which includes market research and advertising. Promotion is the part of marketing where you advertise and market your business, and then your target audience is the people or groups that you wish to reach with your marketing plan. So that's kind of an overview of what marketing is, promotion, and your target audience. So, how are you going to approach marketing your business? Well, ultimately, it will be easier to reach your goals with a solid plan. And it doesn't have to take you a long time to create a marketing strategy. You want to keep it simple and build a plan that will allow you to fit marketing responsibilities into your busy schedule. So we ask that you consider the following steps. Number one, understand your business's brand and identity. Number two, understand the marketplace. Number three, determine a budget, a list of goals, and a timeline for your plan. And then number four, decide how you will measure your success. So we'll cover each of these. So the first step is to understand your business's brand and identity. Uh, Passion for improving the lives of children is likely at the heart of your childcare business and every childcare business out there. So you need to differentiate your program from others. One of the best ways to do this is by creating a values statement. Now, that's a statement that you can convey through your marketing plan. This is going to help new families better understand what makes your program different from others. Now, take some time to reflect on your childcare program. What sets you apart from the rest? When you think about this question, your first answer might reflect the unique services that you offer. Now, here's an example. Here at Early Learning Academy, we believe in open communication with families. We use a state-of-the-art communication app where families can get updates and pictures throughout each day and communicate easily with their children's teacher or their child's teacher. So that is just a simple example of statement. So the second step is to understand the marketplace. Understanding your competition is key to a successful marketing plan. So to know where your business stands, you want to know what your competition or your competitors are offering and how much they're charging. So examine the strengths and compare them to your own. How do you measure up? What is the reputation of each business, yours and theirs? What are the families currently choosing, or why are those families choosing their business instead of yours, or vice versa? Once you understand your competition, reflect on areas in which your business has an opportunity to grow. Other businesses in your marketplace can provide great motivation as you strive to build a business that delivers exceptional service. Growth opportunities might include expanding your curriculum, increasing your hours of operation, or introducing children to new technology. Now, as you begin to define your business in the marketplace, you want to be realistic with yourself about the potential challenges you might face on your path of development. Many challenges cannot be immediately overcome and will require you to work on some short-term goals or make some long-term goals to make progress. So changing your business's location or maybe providing your staff with more training are definitely goals that can be addressed over time. With each small advance that you make, you will be building a better business that more effectively competes with other businesses in your marketplace. Step 3 is to determine a budget, a list of goals, and a timeline for your plan. So before you begin implementing your marketing plan, you will need to determine how much money you can allocate to marketing. Now, if your budget is tight, you want to consider maybe social media as a free avenue for marketing and look into uh, some inexpensive website building tools. Now, we will discuss these avenues in more detail shortly, but let's move forward. Setting goals for your marketing plan, they are very important. So, what is it that you're hoping to achieve is something that you need to ask. Do you want to grow your enrollment? Or do you want to have other goals, such as offering additional services or maybe an educational program? Additional value added services can help you increase revenue while maintaining the same capacity. For example, adding before and after care or extending your hours can allow you to bring in additional revenue without the need to physically expand your program. Keep in mind that the amount of time it will realistically take for your efforts to show results will vary. So keep that in mind. What does a successful timeline look like for you? Well, mapping out tasks and goals for different time frames, such as your 30-day, your 3 month, your 6 months, that's going to allow you to approach marketing both realistically and strategically. Now, step 4 is think about how you will measure your success. Understanding and evaluating the success of your plan and tracking your additional revenue will give you a better idea of where to direct your time and budget in the future for continued growth. Now, there are easy to use spreadsheet templates that you can find online that you could update on maybe a computer or even print out and track on paper. Either way, you want to be consistent in recording the growth that you've experienced and the goals that you have achieved. So track the results of your marketing efforts, whether it's increased enrollment or additional revenue, or the goals that you have achieved as you're working through these. Tracking the results of your current efforts gives you a better idea of where to direct your time and marketing budget in the future. So now that you have your marketing plan in place, you should decide which methods of marketing will help you reach your goals. Not all methods will work for all childcare businesses. As as you measure your progress, you'll be able to determine what works best for you. So let's dive into the first marketing strategy and explore how leveraging your existing network can help you grow your business. Okay. So the first one is to ask for referrals. Don't be afraid to ask your current families for referrals. You can share news of availability with your families and provide caregivers with flyers or business cards that can be shared with your coworkers, your friends, or families. Now, remember, word of mouth can be a very powerful tool. Happy families will definitely share stories about the quality of care that they're receiving from you. So keep that in mind as you make your referrals and leverage your existing networks. Another option is to hold an open house. That's another idea. Holding open houses during non-working hours allows families to see the environment and resources that you'll be providing their children. Community members may be unaware of how close your childcare is to where they live or work, and what services you're offering. So open house events, they do not need to be very fancy or they don't have to happen all day long. A few hours one evening can have a significant impact. Often, local stores and businesses will allow you to post flyers advertising your open house with them. So during your open house, you will not only want to have your printed materials available, but it will also be very beneficial to capture email addresses so that you can send information on your business to those prospective families. Now, if you use childcare management software, be sure to include that information in your package to show how it benefits the families by saving them time and making both those payments and communication processes easier. Another option is to ask for recommendations. Consider asking for recommendations from families, both present and past, and ask them to write recommendations about your positive experiences with your program. Ask those families if they would not mind being identified by their first name and maybe quoted in your marketing pieces or materials, including your websites, your social media posts, or even printed materials. Joining network groups is another option. So, an interesting way of marketing your business is by joining those network groups, both in person and online. Consider joining a childcare providers group in your area if you have not done so already. Not only will this help you keep abreast on news and best practices, but there might also be some childcare businesses in your area that have reached capacity and are looking to refer new families. So a networking can go beyond your immediate neighborhood. An online group of other childcare providers might be great source of marketing and business ideas. So you might also want to consider joining a parents group or various groups on social media. Often members will ask for childcare recommendations there, and you can certainly put in your plug or your tag in those groups as well. Now, you may be wondering, why does your business need to have a website? Some small business owners do not think that having a website will be worth the time or the effort, but nothing could be further from the truth. Websites are important for remaining visible in your busy childcare market and for growing your business. Increasing the number of individuals who see your business and services that you offer is a key to your business prosperity and long-term sustainability. So you can build a landing page or simply a website. So building a landing page or a full website can be particularly important to your business because this will allow potential families to learn about the services you offer and the environment in which you are providing care for children. There are many things that you can include, such as photographs of your facility or pictures of artwork that the children have created. You can easily create and include a video tour of your facility. And you can also create videos discussing your expertise on topics that are important to those families. Now, you will want to include a section that introduces yourself to families. And you can also include like biographies of staff members so that your families can see who will be caring for their children. There are many easy to use website builder tools like Google Sites, Wix, and Squarespace, so that you can easily and quickly create these landing pages or even a full website. Social media is another great way to do this. Social media is now an important part of marketing. From Facebook to Instagram to Twitter, even TikTok, there are many ways for businesses to stay connected with the community. So posting on social media platforms doesn't need to be time consuming. Some small businesses choose to post something once a day, but one post a week with high quality content can be remarkably effective as well. I'm sure some of you are using many of these resources, which is great. And then here's another one. You can create printed promotional materials. So one area of marketing that some childcare providers find challenging is creating attractive materials to promote your business, such as flyers and business cards. A home printer can get you started on marketing flyers, or you can find printing services like Kinko's. Programs like Microsoft Word or websites like Canva can, they already have design templates that are very easy to use. And you can find free QR code generators online at Adobe Express. You can see the QR codes that will take you to the generator or on your screen. Excuse me. So a QR code is going to allow you to add an easy connection to your website or social media printed material. There are many online sources for inexpensively creating and ordering business cards. Vistaprint is an online company that allows you to create a small number of business cards without a large investment. Now, when thinking about how to best maximize the impact of your printed materials, place them directly in the hands of families with young children by posting and distributing them at many different locations, such as maybe city tourism or visitor centers, farmers markets, libraries is a really great place, public parks, local family events, youth sports events, and various recreational, youth, and cultural events in your community. Another idea is to visit local businesses where owners and managers would be happy to refer their employees to reliable, high quality childcare. And you want to target your advertising using that, you're maximizing your reach. Advertise in free or local, low cost newsletters. So advertising in publications can be expensive, but less expensive way to advertise to include your business in a local newsletter. So parent groups, book clubs, houses of worship, and organizations often have monthly newsletters that they share with their members. So your community may also have newsletters or message boards where you could potentially promote your business as well. Now, once your marketing is planned and created or underway, it's now time to think about your long-term marketing plans. After all, you will need to keep your marketing current. So don't forget to make updates to your website or landing page and Facebook or any other social media pages that you are advertising on. You also should update flyers seasonally to illustrate new experiences or play activities that you may be offering at particular times of the year. Consider maintaining a marketing activity plan to keep track of what you want and what you are doing or what you want to be doing and when. Now, remember that we talked about those 30-day, 3 months, 6 months marketing plans. that you created. Well, adding those dates to a calendar and mapping out the actions that you will take during those times can help you to stay on track even more. Social media management software is also available, and it allows you to curate a scheduled social media post. It also allows you to track the activity that your posts are receiving. Both free and paid options are available using this method. Excuse me for a second. Take a quick drink. Okay. Next, you're going to want to track the effectiveness of your marketing efforts. You set goals to go along with your marketing plan, and now you want to see how close you have gotten to your goals each step of the way. So you can use a spreadsheet or a Word document or even a notebook to keep track of additional enrollments or the number of children now receiving enhanced services as a result of your marketing activities. Keep in mind how much additional revenue those enrollments or new services have generated compared to your marketing cost so that you can determine your profit. So the last thing is that you should plan on making adjustments to your marketing plan from time to time. Flexibility and responsiveness based on your results will help to ensure the success of that plan. So having a solid and manageable marketing plan can greatly influence the success of your business. And if you take the time to strategize and prioritize marketing, you'll achieve your goals, allowing you to benefit from your smart planning and hard work. When thinking about how you're going to approach your marketing plan, remember there are a number of resources available to guide you along the way. All right. So here's an example of what a marketing activity calendar might look like. At the top, you'll see the month and year, followed by a grid with each day of the month. Now, in each day's box, specific marketing tasks and activities are listed, such as creating scheduling openings for activity posts or emailing newsletters or attending maybe your open house. So to create your own marketing activity calendar, you're going to start by referencing those 30-day, 60-day, 90-day marketing plans that we talked about that you developed. You want to break down the larger goals and the strategies into smaller, actionable tasks that you can assign to specific dates. Consider the frequency and the timing of each activity, ensuring that your marketing efforts are consistent and well placed. You can create your calendar using a variety of tools such as a Google Calendar, a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, or even using a physical planner. Now choose a format that works best for you and your team, and make sure to update it regularly as your plans evolve or change. Now, by mapping out your marketing activity in a visual format like this, you can stay organized. It ensures that you're consistently working towards your goals, and it's easy to track your progress using these over time. Now, remember to review and adjust your calendar regularly based on your results and any changes in your overall marketing strategy. All right. Now we have reached our session where the portion where we are opening the floor to questions. We will, Brooklyn, ask you to go ahead and manage that portion for us. And thank you so much for doing that.
Absolutely.
All right. Do we have any questions in the chat as of yet?
As of now, no, we do not.
All right. Well, we'll take some live questions then. So the floor is open. If you would use that raise your hand feature, Brooklyn will go ahead and call on each person who may have some questions that they would like to address directly. Is everyone finding that they're using many of the tools that we've shared? I know a lot of you personally have used some of these tools and they're working really well for you. Hopefully, there are some new tools that you have seen today that you can help incorporate into what you're already doing. Like mapping things out, using those social media posts, making sure that you've developed landing pages and using QR codes. Those are a lot of great tools that you can utilize if you're not doing so already. Quiet group today, no questions?
None are
Well,
coming
I
up.
would like to say I was thinking about doing me a website. I haven't done it yet, but that's something that I'm interested in doing.
Okay,
To put
awesome.
on the website.
And so a full website or just maybe a landing page? Which one are you considering?
Probably a full website.
Okay. And do you have any idea where you want to get started with that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I can say that we gave some great examples, like Google has a great platform. Another one is with a lot of templates, and it's usually my go-to, and that is
Uh-huh.
Canva. Canva has a lot of
Okay.
great templates that you can literally go in and say, hey, I want a template to create a website for childcare. And they will give you some really great ideas as a starting point, and you just work there and develop those out. You can also use sites like Wix or some of those drag and drop, easy user friendly resources. Those are
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
be a really great starting point for someone who is just getting started on developing a website. And if you're not comfortable doing it yourself, you can always reach out to web developers. I've seen plenty of advertisements of different web developers offering very low cost create your own websites for you. And if
Yes,
anybody
ma'am.
has experience with some of those, you're certainly welcome to share that information as well.
I do have a question in the chat now. This
Okay.
question is from Ms. Willis and says, as far as execution of your marketing plan, how many hours should we look to dedicate to this marketing plan? What are your thoughts about AI and using an app to help with scheduling?
So most everything, and that's a really great question. Most everything nowadays is going to be more AI directed. And so many of the things, like even when I mentioned Canva, a lot of that has those AI tools. So my personal take on AI is it is going to be a very wonderful tool for you to utilize, and it will help speed up the process. So whereas it would have taken you maybe hours to do certain things, AI will help you do that task in a few moments. So I am fully behind utilizing AI. As far as the time frame that it would take to develop a marketing plan, I would say you want to gauge that based on the timing that you have available. Some of us are wearing 15 hats, some of us are maybe wearing 10. So it really just depends on how much time you have to allocate. I would say no more than maybe 15, 20 minutes a week if you want to allocate time like that on a weekly basis. I would give you about 15, 20 minutes to just go through your plan. If you do it in small increments like that, it saves you the time and energy. If you want to do it in bigger chunks, then of course, give yourself a couple of hours a week or a month if you want to do it that way as well. But there's no hard and fast rule on how much time you should allocate. It's really just contingent upon your availability, your bandwidth, which you can actually commit to doing some additional tasks. And I hope that was helpful for you.
And now Ms. Gruber has a hand raised. If you want to go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Ms. Gruber.
Good afternoon, everyone. I was just wondering, what is the difference between the landing page and a full website?
That's a great question. So your full website is going to have all the details. It will have an about us. It will give some history. It will have pretty much everything that you want your families or other individuals to know. A contact us page, things to that nature. Whereas a landing page is just simply one simple page that will direct people to specific information that you want them to know. So let's say, for instance, you're having an open house. You could create a landing page for your open house where they can click on a link or maybe even scan a QR code, and it will take them directly to this one page that just has specific information on only that. So your open house will be on that landing page and pretty much nothing else. Does that help, Miss? Who asked that question, Miss Gruber, right?
Gruber, yes, it did. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ms. Gerber. Thank you for your question. Appreciate that. Any other questions out there pending?
Yes.
All right. Hi, Tess.
Hello. Let's go back one notch. What in the world is AI?
Sorry about that. So we use acronyms all the time. AI stands for artificial intelligence.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's if you think about ChatGPT, that's an AI platform that will help you to, answer questions quickly or develop things in a very expedient manner. So and there are many AI platforms out there, not just ChatGPT, but lots of them using AI to quickly generate certain things like images or spreadsheets or content or things to that nature. So that's really what that is. But thank you for asking. That's a great question.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Keep them coming. Any other questions? No other questions? All right. Well, I'm hoping Emily is having some good questions as well. Let me check my chat really quick. Let's see. Are these new questions? I see one from Bridget. Is that a direct message to me? I'm not sure.
We answered that question.
Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you, Brooklyn. Appreciate it. Keeping me on track here. All right. So I'm going to minimize my chat. Thank you so much, Miss Ann. I appreciate that. And I'm going to go to the next slide for you guys. We still have the floor open for questions if you have those. So please don't think that we have moved past that, because if you do have questions, please keep them coming, drop them in the chat, or do the raise your hand feature and we will get you on that. So I do want to say thank you again for taking the time to join us for this webinar today. Before we do close, I want to take a moment to review what we've accomplished in our time together. So as you can see, we have different things that we expect you to maybe have a better understanding of on the screen. Understanding what a marketing plan is and how to develop one for your business, identifying your business's brand and how it fits into the marketplace, and determining your goals and choosing ways to measure your success. So we hope that this information has definitely been valuable to you and your business. We do look forward to seeing each of you again in another Thriving Childcare Business Academy topic in the future. We do encourage you to visit the resource page. Brooklyn will drop some links in the chat for you shortly to access any additional resource materials. And so we thank you for that. And then I'm going to show you a couple of pages with some QR codes here. So this is for the free small study groups. We do welcome you to join us for our small study groups. Yes, thank you so much for the accolades in the chat. We appreciate that. So you can select one or more of the following topics. We are doing financial foundations, recruiting and retaining staff, mitigating your risk, sales and marketing, and revenue and streams of growth. Each of these topics include 4 virtual sessions. Each lasts for about an hour. An expert coach will be working with your small study group of peers to break down each of these components, and you'll be able to provide, we provide you with some user-friendly workbooks and guides and references. These sessions are centered on group discussion, best practices, and learning outcomes to support your business's growth and success. And then the best part about that is you're getting wonderful information. And on top of that, you are completing 4 Georgia PDS hours, and you'll be eligible for a $300 stipend by completing that. I think I see a question in the chat. Is that correct? Is that a new question, Brooklyn?
Yes, a new question just came through. We have, how do we ask other centers or home providers what they charge? They are not necessarily forthright.
That is correct. There are some that are not as forthcoming. Oftentimes, people will just do a cold call as if they are a parent looking for care. I know that sometimes feels deceptive to some people, but those are just some methods that I've heard other programs that will utilize to make sure that they're getting prices from those individuals that may not be as forthcoming.
Also, we have a comment regarding that question as well. I'm not sure if you can speak to this, but they also said technically it is not legal for us to discuss our rights with each other. It is considered rate fixing.
Okay. Donna, you want to speak a little bit more on that?
Okay. For the last 45 years, I've been doing childcare. The boards of all the associations to which I've belonged, it is considered rate fixing, like where you get together and you set a price for your area, and that's what all of you charge. So we're not technically allowed to discuss our rates with other childcare providers in our area. Like you suggested, cold calling. Call a daycare in your area, find out what their rates are. Then you can fix your own rates, either more or less, depending on what you offer. But we're not supposed to rate fix, which is what they call it when we.
Yes, and thank you for your clarification. So we're not suggesting rate fixing at all. What we're suggesting is doing a market analysis so that you can scan the market to see what others are pricing, where they are priced in your area, so that you can compare where you are to where they are, to make sure that you're not too high or too low, or that you're in the right spot for what the services are that you're offering. But I do thank you for that clarification, Donna. Appreciate you chiming in on that. Triangle method. Thank you, Bridget. Yes. All right. So let's see.
My apologies. I did have a response. I had my hand raised. I'm not sure if
I
you were
saw
able to
that.
see it.
Yes.
Okay. And thank you so much, Miss Donna and Miss Marlene, for sharing that information. I think a lot of times, because this is not something that a lot of family providers talk openly about, we conflate different parts of an issue. We can find out what people are charging that is different from saying everybody charge this rate. And so I don't think that she was suggesting that at all. And actually, you can go on the Quality Rated site or Find My Provider. And if the providers have a listing that is public, you can see what different providers charge. But I don't believe in no way she is saying everybody charge the same rate. And that's why I put the iron triangle model there, because it's based on what your expenses are and what your needs are and what parents in your area can afford. So Absolutely. It's all of those pieces placed together.
Yes, and thank you, Ms. Bridget, for chiming in. That's exactly what we're referencing. And there are many locations where you can literally find out rates, not just by calling those individuals, but looking in different places, like Ms. Bridget said, online. You can even go to popular employment sites like Indeed or Glassdoor or things of that nature, and you might be able to even pull up some information on what pricing looks like in the area that way as well. But we're just giving you some information. You're welcome. We're just giving you information on how you can make sure that you are pricing yourself accordingly, because you have to be able to do your market analysis in order to understand where you're pricing yourself or where you're supposed to be in the market. So thank you everybody for chiming in on that. We really appreciate your feedback and your information. Let's see. Yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ms. Anderson, for chiming in on that as well. I also wanted to quickly tell you guys about our free one-on-one business coaching. We do have coaching available on the following topics listed on the screen. If you are interested in the business coaching models that we have, please go ahead and scan that QR code, or you can drop a message in the chat if you're unable to do that and say, I'm interested in and specifically list the coaching that you're interested in, and we can make sure that you're all set up for a one-on-one free business coaching consultation. All right. And let's see, I think I have one more. Yes. And we also offer one-on-one tax education coaching. That is where we go back and we will review your prior year tax returns to see if you had any opportunities for deductions that may have been overlooked, or if things are being filed improperly, so that we can help you mitigate the risk of a potential IRS audit. So if you're interested in that, there's a QR code for you, or you can drop your name in the chat and say, please sign me up for tax education coaching as well. All right, and for more information, you can visit the Decals Thriving Childcare Business Academy. The website is decals.georgia.gov/thriving. There, you can browse our entire library of self-study guides on topics related to your childcare business and learn about and register for upcoming webinars. We will be doing 2 each month through August, and you can register for our small study groups there. These study groups, again, are capped at 10 participants and are great opportunities for you to take a deeper dive into topics that are relevant to running the childcare business right now. The small sizes of these groups will allow you to get more personalized help on issues that may be affecting your childcare business, and also get, as we mentioned, that $300 stipend for each small study track that you successfully complete. Yes, thank you, Ms. Barbara. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ms. Bridget. All right, that is everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brooklyn.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I thought you were saying something. I just wanted to make sure I didn't cut you off there. All right, well, that is everything that we have for you today. I want to thank everyone for attending the webinar, all of your engagement, your questions, your feedback. We appreciate you so much. All right, and you all take care. You're welcome, everyone. We hope to see you in another Thriving Academy Georgia webinar soon. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day and have a wonderful weekend.